Hi party people, welcome back to the Unity Gains channel. I hope you're well, I hope you're having a good week. I hope your previous week, since the last week was good. What am I saying? I just don't know anymore. Who am I? I am MJ Saunders. This is my channel, Unity Gains. I'm very proud of it. Some might ask why. I just am. Can't help it. I just am. Here it is. And I'll tell you what you get. I am a lapsed guitarist. Yes. And what does that mean? Well, it means I haven't played guitar seriously for 25 years or so. And due to the lack of electricity in here, I put down the synths for several months whilst we had some building work done. And completely fell in love with guitar again. So I would totally lapsed guitar, 25 years, 20 years since I put anything into a recording, which was with magnetophone on 4AD, and that was like 2005, 2006, sorry, longer ago than I thought. But I wasn't playing guitar seriously then. I was just fiddling with it, just another sound amongst the synths. So that's what it is to be a lapsed guitarist. Absolutely loving playing my guitar again. I've got this beautiful Fender Vibrasonic amp. Vibra with an A, it's not the Vibro, it's slightly different. This one was built for slide guitar players. This whole channel here is for slide guitar, and it's got like a kind of presence tweak on it. I'm just using the standard guitar in here, which is more like a twin. For those of you who know your amps, it's just like a Fender twin. I do have the fat button on though, which just gives it a little bit of extra oomph. Little bit of extra bass and little bit grunt. It's more just, I don't know how to describe it. It's just a bit extra everything. I don't think I had it on the last video, but it's on this one. So I'm working on the sound still, because I've come in here from having a fabulous sound in the house, or as far as I was concerned, it is a fabulous sound. It's exactly what I wanted. To coming in here where it's much more reverberant. Now I've moved loads of stuff out, and it's not quite how I want it. Today was closer. Today was much closer, but I think I'm going to have to get a big rug in here or something. I've got sound attenuation up, which has been in here forever. Forever meaning 3 years. But yeah, because it's not surrounded with stuff in here now, I need something to soak up at least the top end. So I'm working on it. It sounds much better today than it did last week. So there you have it. So what are we doing today then, folks? Well, 2 pieces again, like last time. I've got a kind of, do you know what? I've almost forgotten what it's like. It's kind of like a chuggy one. I only did it sort of half an hour ago. Kind of slightly chuggy one. With a kind of stabby chord on it, and I overlaid this little guitar bass, but it's on guitar underneath. It's chunky. I really like it, and then I soloed over it. I've actually got 2 versions of it. I've got one where it was very clean, but the volume in here is such that when I played it, it just sounded enormous, and the clean was just, the volume didn't allow me to hear how clean it was. When I've listened back on the recording, it sounds twangy. It sounds like it's not coming through an amp. It's bizarre. So there's that version, and it's more kind of major pentatonic, in fact major scale. Yeah. And then I did another take. I grunted up the sound a little bit, so I put some fuzz on it, which sounds beautiful. And I think I kind of went for mainly straight E pentatonic on that minor, with a little bit of major for a bit. But anyway, I'll probably put both of those takes in here. Yeah, as you can guess, I haven't actually done it. I haven't made any decisions about what's going on here. Hence, I'm a bit vague about what's in the video that's coming. Small windows of opportunity. I'm like squeezing this in where I can, because it's been a heck of a week. Isn't it always a heck of a week? It's always a heck of a week when you've got a full-time job. So probably 2 takes of that. And then I've got an ambient one to finish with, which I really love. I just did 1 take of that it's my usual shtick, which I really love. Kind of majory thing, but with tons of tremolo. At some point I'll talk about the effects that I'm using, and it's really nice tremolo. This, I've got tons of tremolo pedals, loads of them. I love them. You may think that 2 tremolo pedals are exactly the same. You'd be very wrong if you said that, if you thought that. They're not. Believe me, some are terrible. And I struggle with the Boss one. Everyone says, oh, don't bother with the expensive, like, boutique ones. Get a Boss one. I've had a Boss one since I was like 19. It's okay. But I find the way, I find when I'm playing notes, it'll just cut notes off. And you think, well, that's obvious. Of course it's going to do that. But then I've got other tremolos that don't do that. So how can that be? Anyway, maybe we'll do a tremolo pedal shootout at some time. That would be cool. Yeah, I think we'll do that. So, okay. Well, let's get straight into it. Let's get into the first chuggy one. Here we go. Boom. Here's take 2. There you go. Now you see, I don't know this piece yet. I've literally just done it. And I found with the piece I did last week, I recorded it and I listened to it, I thought, yeah, that's right. And because it's had quite a lot of attention online, on YouTube and TikTok, I've been listening to it more. It's like, oh, man, this is really good. I really like this. So for those of you who don't know, that are new to this channel, I am kind of building an album. So this stuff I'm playing, it's me working through ideas, writing stuff in these small windows of opportunity to put an album together. I already have one whole album, and I've got the tracks extracted, but I know what I want to do with it. I want to do like a collage type thing with it, with some field recordings. I love field recording, so I'm going to do that. So that's in process. So I'm actually working on a second album, because the first one will be very ambient. Maybe the second one will be the more chuggy, riffy stuff, maybe. Whilst I'm working on another ambient album. This is great. This is a great way to work. I'm really, really enjoying coming up with stuff on the spot, sitting in front of the amp with no ideas and just playing, seeing what comes out. And then days later, I listen to them and think, oh, actually, that's a goer. So, as I say, I don't know that track, but it felt really cool when I was doing it. So maybe a contender. Let me know what you think in the comments. And I think it's time, because I have talked a fair bit in this video, it's time to move on to the ambient track. All right, strap in, folks. Full on, full power, ambient. There you have it. What do you reckon of that? Let me know in the comments. Like I say, I'm putting albums together here, so if there's something you hear that you think, well, that's obviously an album contender, let me know. Likewise, if you think, oh, that's rubbish, you shouldn't put that on the album, let me know, and I'll ignore you, because that's just the kind of awful person I am. But no, let me know. It'd be really interesting. So there you have it. There's a couple of pieces, a couple of new things that, like I said, I don't know. They're new friends, shall we say, new friends that I need to get to know, and think about whether there's more I could get out of them, because sometimes it's like, well, there's a seed of an idea there that could be expanded. Other times it's like, well, I'm never going to repeat that. I'm never going to play that melody again. I'm never going to do that weird rhythmic thing that I did, because I couldn't plan that, and if I did, it would sound awful. You know, there's something about the magic of a first take, second take, third take. Stuff you can't repeat. It's just like kind of magic. It really is. Believe me, I've tried in the past, particularly electronic music. I have ruined an entire album before by overthinking it and trying to re-record it, and more than anything, try to mix it, try to remix it. Absolute nightmare. I ruined that album. Something to bear in mind, right? Mixing is the worst part of the whole musical journey for me. I love writing, I love performing, I love recording. Recording's great. Mixing, I loathe it. I have a new rule for myself when I'm mixing. I will allow myself 3 goes at it, and that's it. If it goes beyond that, you're doing it wrong. You're doing it wrong. Who was it? Was it Quincy Jones left Michael Jackson and whoever the mixer was in the studio for a bit, and they did something like 97 different mixes of Beat It. 97 mixes, something like that. Forgive me if I've quoted the number wrong, but it's around that number. And then Quincy Jones came back and said, he listened to what they were doing, and he just said, that's rubbish. That is totally rubbish. What are you doing? Take 3. Take 3 is the one you want. And then Jacko and whoever the mixer was went back to take 3, and there it was. Absolutely perfect. And that was the one they released. And it just shows how far away from the seed of the idea you can get when it was fantastic, and just go down a wormhole that's a rabbit hole that's just dark, and there's nothing at the end of it. There's no light at the end of it. You're just messing the thing up. You're getting lost. Really hard to come back. You need someone like Quincy Jones to come in the room and say, oi, first one, second one, third one. That's it. That's the one there. It's number 2. Go for that. So, get yourself a Quincy Jones is the moral of that story. Anyway, I digress. I think that's enough for this video. I've gone on a bit. Like and subscribe. Let me know what you think. That would be really cool. And I hope you have a good week. Thanks for dropping by. And yeah, keep on keeping on, man. See you later. Boom.